evening, friends. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you had a great weekend. Hi, Clarence. Hi, Pooja. Hi, Gemma. I'm so sorry. I had to change the time. It has been an absolutely crazy weekend. I don't know where the time has gone. My husband is going away on a business seminar. It's like an annual thing, but it hasn't happened because of, what we've been going through for the last couple of years. And it seems like it threw us right off of our schedule, and I'm not really sure why. But anyway, there you have it. Oh, thank you, Gemma, and of course, absolutely, my friend. Oh, thank you. I'm doing well, Clarence. I'm doing well. I hope you guys are doing well too. Just crazy busy. That's about it. Oh, it's 11:30. Yeah, that's right. Yep. You guys are 5 hours ahead of us, I think. So we'll just give people a couple minutes to pop in and let me get my bearings. I'm just messing around with my cards over here. So what we're going to do tonight is a week ahead, right? So looking at next week for you. Absolutely, AA. Good to see you. Hi, Rose. I'm doing well. Thank you, my friend. Yeah. I have a hair on my eye, and it's driving me crazy. Anyway. Other than that, I'm fine. It's cold here, friends. Like last week, it was like 20 degrees, and now it's like 4 or 5. And here comes Quincy because he wants to lay on the desk, which you're not going to lay on the desk, sweetheart, because mommy has to work. So you have to say hello, and then you have to leave. Okay, say hi to everybody. Say hello. Okay, yeah, off you go. You go sit over there, buddy. I finally finished my office, put all my stuff back together. So that was something that we did. We also did a bunch of yard work today. Well, Mark did it. I supervised the dog. And both of those things we have been like months. It's been, right? If you remember, I did my office on my birthday. So that was at the middle of August. So, oh, do you want me to turn the pumpkin on? So this was from the other night when I did my Halloween show. Now, I will warn you, it does blink and all that kind of stuff. If it gets on your nerves or if it freaks you out, let me know and I'll turn it off. I've also got all my little candles here that I can put on to get us in the mood, as it were. You guys can't see any of these. Oh, yeah, you can see some of them. Is that better? There you go. There's our little display. Okay. So let me know if you want a week ahead reading. I've got Gemma and I've got AA. Anybody else before we get started? Let me know. Absolutely, Pooja. All right. Let's get to business. All right. So I must put this up for entertainment purposes only. You guys know how it goes. And I'm going to start with Gemma. Absolutely, Rose. I got you, love. All right, here we go. For Miss Gemma on this fine Sunday evening. Oh, I didn't even notice my husband is in here. Hi, honey. Sorry about that. Beautiful. All right. So who here is feeling the energy of the full moon? I'm going to take that banner off because I noticed that when I put the banner on, that it's sort of like makes me go in slow motion, and I don't know why that is. Hi, Linda. Okay. So here we're doing the week ahead readings, Linda, just in case you're wondering, because I don't know if that's what's happening for me or for everybody else in general. We start out with the 7 of Wands, Gemma, so feeling slightly challenged. Now, that could mean that, maybe you feel like you need to stand up for yourself, or maybe you feel a bit of a power struggle between you and another person or other people. It's about having confidence and like standing up for what's right, what's important to you, what's good for you, right? So that's kind of the start of it. Oh, sorry, Hypnocity, absolutely. Hi, Mama Two Dogs, good to see you. The next card we have is the Awakening card in this deck, but this is the Hanged Man in the traditional tarot. So it's time for like a temporary pause. It's time to absolutely, Mama Two Dogs. It's time to do some self-reflection, right? To think about, what's going on, why do you feel this way, and really like allow yourself to process that. Your last card is the Chariot card. So things moving quickly, right? Success and victory. Remember, and this part is important, I feel, for you to blend the energies, right? If you notice, the Chariot has 2 different colors of unicorns pulling it. And so you want to have some harmony and some unity, right? On the bottom of the deck, you have the lovely 6 of Swords. So moving away from troubled waters to a safer, calmer kind of shore. I pulled an oracle card for you, and we've got support, and I love that. Sorry, I'm just reading your comment. My pregnant daughter might be moving in with me as her boyfriend has been talking to a lot of other women online. Oh my God, that's terrible. And the Chariot does sometimes mean travel or like, moving. So that could be picking up on that for your daughter. Now, you've got this lovely support card. So let me read this here for you. People come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from and then they move on, while others return often because you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. And it's interesting to me that you've got like this support, or sorry, this feeling challenged card, and then you've got this support. You've also got, the Chariot, which means things are happening quickly. You've got the Hanged Man, where you're going to have to like sort of take a pause. But in the end, everything works out. And I think that this is like for you to lean on people that you need to lean on. So I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying that you necessarily feel this way, and I'm not saying that you don't, but like you came here tonight to get this reading, and that may be a way for you to support yourself, right? Do things that are important to you, that make you feel good, that make you feel happy. Take yourself for a walk, read a book, that kind of vibe, right? And it's important for you to do that so that you can then therefore support the people that need it from you, right? Excellent. Excellent. Well, it's funny that you say that, because right below that's Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck, I've got the King of Cups. So I don't know what sign your person is that you're in a relationship with, but this king is a great sense of support for you. They're trustworthy, they're honorable, they are devoted. Someone that you feel that you can completely trust. So they are showing up for you in right underneath the deck. So that's what I got for. He's a Gemini. Okay, yep. So he's an air sign. Hi, Bella. So that's what I've got for you, Gemini, for the week ahead, right? Make sure that you are doing things to balance your energy and to keep your vibration up so that you can provide that support for other people. Sounds like your daughter is going through a tough time, and don't don't lose faith. Like, you're getting through it. Things are going to work out exactly the way that you need them to. You just have to keep yourself sort of like grounded and in a higher vibrational energy pattern. And I think you're going to be just fine. I thank you for being here and for asking the question, and wish you many blessings. Hi, Debbie. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anybody. I got you, Linda. Oh, I'm sorry that you're having a difficult time with these energies. Yeah, the energies are a lot, friends. They are a lot. By the way, when I say this, I don't want anyone to misunderstand the way that I say this. I did a full moon reading. Now, I was supposed to come live and do the full moon reading, and I just, like, the weekend has been crazy. So I did a pre-recorded video, okay, where I talked about all of the energies that are going on, all the things that you need to know that I could figure out about the energies that are happening. I did a garden reading, right, where I threw the stones, and then I did 2 different oracle cards, and then I did tarot cards. So it's up on the channel. Make sure you go check it out, okay? Rose said to cancel hers. Okay. Unstart. All right. So we have Miss AA. Here we go. What are we going to use for you? You want a reading too, Debbie? Absolutely, love. You saw the garden ring. Well, I hope that you enjoyed it. I thought it was a really, really good reading. Well, what's happening is that the energy that we find ourselves in with the full moon eclipse is because it hasn't been here in like 2 years. So there's stuff that we dealt with in like November of 2021 that is just sort of coming to our awareness, if you want to say it, right? Like that. And what I mean by that is, you go through things and then you move on to the next thing and then you move on to the next thing. And sometimes you forget stuff. And with all of these energies, there's a lot of like secrets being revealed, a lot of the past coming up, a lot of things that, we put behind us or put down in us or, covered up or whatever, however, which way you want to word it. And I think the best way that I can sum it up is that we've been on a journey for the last 2 years since November of 2021. And even though we may not feel like we've made progress, to look at where you were then versus where you are now and to, chart that progress, right? Recognize the lessons, recognize the growth, right? Recognize the accomplishments. And to use that to help you to propel yourself forward. All full moons are about releasing what no longer serves us. So, okay, so there you go, Hypnocity. You were in the hospital in November 2021. So, look at where you are now versus where you are then. What an amazing 2 years you've had, right? With this whole journey that you've been on. Oh, wow. Really, Linda? It's crazy. All right, let us get to Miss AA's reading here. So we're not here all night holding her up. Interesting card coming out for Miss AA. I'll pull another one here. You guys let me know if that pumpkin bothers you with the flashing lights, and I'll turn it off, okay? I'll use the light seers for you. Like I said, go check that reading out because there's a lot of information. I mean, you've got Pluto, you've got Saturn, you've got Jupiter, you've got Mercury, you've got Mars, all of those planets also playing into all of this energy. But the most significant thing that I can say to you is this. We are in Scorpio season. What is Scorpio about? Scorpio is about death and rebirth, right? So ending something and the beginning of something else. So hold on to your seatbelts, hold on to your helmets, hold on to your hats, put your arms inside the vehicle at all times. Yes, we could be in for a bit of a bumpy ride, but we are going to be just fine as long as we maintain our our self-care routines. We nourish ourselves the way we need to. We ground and do things like that. That's pretty much all I remember from the reading. Beautiful cards coming out for Miss AA. I love it. Okay. So, we start off with the Four of Wands. So this is success. This is joy. Well, it's not success. That's the wrong word to use for it. It is joy. It's blessing. Sometimes they say that this is the marriage card, right? It is about, your soul tribe, your community. It's about, family and gathering, right? So it's like a celebratory kind of vibe, right? Which just means that, if you don't have a significant event that you're celebrating, it means that you're just in a really great place, right? You got people that you can count on and people that count on you. And when you hang out together, when you're around each other, you lift each other up in the way that everyone wishes that they could be lifted up. We've got the Eight of Pentacles next to that. So that's working hard, mastering your craft, paying attention to the details, being very focused about your work or maybe a hobby that you have. There's something that you do that could be You know, like if you don't work, if you don't have a job, there's something that you do that is like, it's like a job to you, right? Like I don't have a job, but this is like my job, right? Um, you could be leveling up, like going for a new position, or going out on interviews or something like that. You've got the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is about having all the facts. It's like you're on a fact-finding mission, but not in a way where you're trying to prove something to yourself or to someone else. It's just more like you like to have all of the data before you make decisions. And the more research you do, the more data that you have, the more excited that you get. Like you like it. It really, it like it does something for you. It makes you a happy kind of person, if that makes sense. You have an interview tomorrow, but I'm a bit skeptical. Well, okay. Here we go. You're skeptical because there you have it, the Hermit. You have been sitting there thinking about this interview and the whole situation, right? Hi, Jessica Lynn, by the way. Sorry if I didn't see you. And yes, you can have a reading. I got you started. So the Hermit is about going within, right? Checking in with yourself and finding out what you need, what you want, what you need to do. I got you, girlfriend. I got you. Right below that, you've got the Fool card, new beginnings. It's coming. Okay. You've got the Oracle card of fertility. So new possibilities, new opportunities, birthing something new, starting something new. And you've got gratitude and thanks. So now that you've said that, you are excited about the possibility, but you don't want to leave your friends and your community that you already have. You are going for the interview because you are a good worker and they recognize that. You are on a mission to find out all the research about the new place that you could be moving to, right? You are thinking long and hard about it because you're weighing out the pros and cons, as anybody would or should want to in this kind of scenario. New beginnings. This right here, this reading, you're getting the job. You're getting the job. You are getting the job. You are getting the job. 100. Well, I'm saying 100%. Look at me. I'm like 100%. Let me use my pendulum. Now, you know that I use my pendulum not like this, do it on the table. So I can drop my camera down so that you can see it. Hold on a second here. Okay, you guys can see that, right? Okay, so if it goes north and south, like up and down, that's a yes. If it goes side to side, like east and west, it's a no. And if it goes in a circle, it's, I have to ask the question differently. Hi, Lady Silver. All right. Do I have permission to dose, please, Spirit? Whoops, you guys can't see that. That's not helpful. I'm going to move the camera. Hopefully that doesn't mess you up, okay? So you can see it in action with a yes or no, okay? Oh, thanks for dropping in, Lady Silver. Sorry I didn't see you come in right away, my friend. Have a good night. Many blessings to you. Hi, Liz. How are you doing? Okay. Do I have permission to douse, please, Spirit? Okay, so that's a yes, right? Am I fully protected, please, Spirit? Again, we have a yes. Do I have permission to douse with the pendulum? We have a yes. Will AA get the job that she is interviewing for tomorrow? Will AA get the job that she is interviewing for tomorrow? Do you see that? You see the yes? All right. And that concludes the pendulum portion of the show. I'm just kidding. Get the camera out of my face so I can see what I'm doing. All right. Do let us know, AA. Do let us know. All right. Let us go. Aw, you're very welcome, my friend. Many blessings to you. Listen, I love when someone comes and asks a question like that, and I can give you, the message that Spirit wants you to have, and that was all very, very positive. So, congratulations. Yeah, absolutely. Let us know. Listen, here's the thing, right? And I'm not being smart when I say this, but just the fact that you're going for an interview, just the fact that someone recognizes, what you have to offer and thinks that you would be an asset to their organization or their team or their company or whatever wording you want to use, that's amazing, right? That's amazing. So if nothing else happens, know that means that you are needed, right? That people recognize you for who you are and they want you to be a part of them, that they would consider you an asset if they were to have you as an employee. Don't forget that. All right, we move on to Miss Pooja for her week ahead. Thanks everyone for being here. Don't forget to do all those YouTube things. Please remember that this is for entertainment purposes only. I did have the banner up, but I had to turn it off because for whatever reason it seems to slow down. Wow, did you see that card fly? Beautiful, Pooja. I'm saying beautiful because of the card that I got out for you. Yeah, I think we should probably close them now. Thanks, Mark. Okay. Beautiful. All right, when you get 4 cards out, you go with 4 cards. So here we go. All right, so first card out, 4 of Wands. So this is the same as what we had the last time for AA, right? This is your soul tribe. This is your community. It could be marriage. It's good news. Lots of reason to celebrate, right? We have the Empress coming out next. This is about taking action. This is about nurturing things. This is about, all kinds of opportunities and possibilities present themselves to you, right? You're feeling very abundant, if you will. Now, like I said, you had 4 cards. So you have this card of 8 of Swords. This is is sort of like in the challenge position. This is like, you may feel like you're being, like you're stuck, or you may feel like you're trapped, or like a little bit removed, or a little bit like sort of like I don't want to say out of it, but that's what I'm feeling. Like you're left out of the loop. Like things aren't like, oh, help me, Spirit. What am I trying to say? Basically, like you're lacking self-confidence, right? And that's your challenge. Your challenge is the lack of self-confidence. The outcome card, you have the King of Swords. Intelligent, impartial, respected. If that represents a person, I feel that it does represent a person for you. And I feel like whoever this King of Swords is to you, Pooja, I feel like this is the person that makes you feel like you're not as confident as you actually are, right? On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Six of Swords, which is lovely, moving away from troubled waters to a safer shore, a calmer shore. So I feel like things are coming together. I don't know if you have a job or if you are going for a job. Maybe it's a teacher, because I know that you were in school. I think that this person here, this King of Swords, represents someone like either at work or at the school, someone who is sort of like a supervisor or a superior to you. Not that they are, better than you, but like they're above you. So like your boss, your manager, your teacher, like that kind of thing. And I think that person might make you feel a little inferior. And your challenge is to boost up your self-confidence and just be yourself. In other words, this has nothing to do with them. I feel sort of like they are intimidating you in some way, and I'm trying to get across to you that you are completely worthy. You may not be on the same level of them as like their expertise or their age or something like that, but you deserve the respect of being who you are, just as they deserve the respect of being who they are. Does that make sense, what I'm trying to say? You're coming out of a career that was not serving you. Look at the card that I got. So I got the career card. So if I'm right, that person made you feel like you were inferior, you were less than, and that's why you're coming out of that job. But I want you to know that underneath this Six of Swords, so things are happening for you, you've got the Sun card. So it was a good decision on your part to move out of that. And I think that if you put out your resume, if you continue to look, you will probably hear something within this week about like an interview. That's what I feel. Like, don't lose faith, don't lose hope. I think that it's all going to work out for you. It wasn't the right place, and by doing what you did, leaving a job that no longer serves you, you showed that you were confident in yourself. So don't not continue that sort of train of thought, that sort of vibration, right? That's what the challenge is. Doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen. What it's showing you is if you sort of like deflate yourself, then you're gonna get all stuck in that muck again. So keep that confidence high. And I think you're gonna hear something about a job. So keep putting your resume out if that's what you're doing. I thank you very much for asking the question and for being here. I wish you many blessings and the best of luck. Okay. I just want to say hi to a couple people because I know lots of people have popped in and I've missed them, and I'm sorry. So we have Scorpio Mama, hello, and Liz, and who else is in here that I missed? Thank you, Linda, for helping. I appreciate you, my friend. All right. I think Liz had a question, right? Okay, it seems to have disappeared. Do you see it? Place it before you close. Hopefully I can get to you, Liz. I'll do my best. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome, Pooja. All right, Miss Hypnocity is in the house and is up on deck here. Love a reading, having an emotional time. Well, I'm sorry that you're going through an emotional time. We don't want that unless you're going through an emotional time because you're doing some releasing. Best advice I have about emotions, if it's just you dealing with your stuff and you don't need to tell me, I'm just sort of offering this as a piece of advice. Journal, and journal some more. Get your feelings out. Get your feelings out onto a piece of paper so that you can make way for clear thoughts. Oh boy, you gotta love Spirit. It's almost like Spirit's got a sense of humor tonight. The first card that I pulled is an oracle card. You gotta just love Spirit. Spirit, I love you. I love Spirit. Pick a time when it's easy for you to do it. Like, so for example, first thing in the morning, or just before you go to bed, or at lunchtime, or something like that. And, so make it a part of like your routine. Like you wake up, you have a coffee or you have a tea, and, you sit down and you would normally watch the news or read the newspaper or I don't know, whatever. 10 minutes to journal. Make it a part of your routine. Okay, your cards are like literally flying out. Whoa, mercy. All right. Well. Okay. Okay. You have a great reading here, Hypnocity. The first oracle card that I pulled is this lovely card. Look at how cute it is. Learn from life. So what I said about, whatever emotions we're feeling, process them. You journal them. You talk about them. You analyze them. You're like, okay, what have I learned from this? Right? Emotions aside, what are my feelings and what can I do? How can I make this better? How can I implement lessons that I've learned through this process so that I can move forward, right? We've got the card of love. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb. I don't know if you have a partner or not. But if you do, there's a strong bond. If you don't, you could be meeting someone. We have the Ten of Pentacles showing up. This is about security and a solid foundation, right? We have the Six of Wands, which is success and victory. It's your self-esteem and that feeling of being recognized and appreciated. We have the Justice card coming out, standing in your truth, harmony, that keeping things in balance, right? And then you had 4 cards fall out all at once. You have the Magician. So using the resources that you have to manifest the dreams that you want, right? Making magic, literally, right? You have the Four of Wands, which is the happy, sort of like the marriage card. It is about your sense of joy and community, your soul tribe, your blessings, good news, good things to celebrate, right? There's like love and happiness around you. Your challenge card is the Awakening or the Hanged Man card. And that is taking a pause where you check in with yourself and try to figure out what the heck is going on and why you feel the way that you do. I feel like there's like a little bit of like over analyzation that's what the challenge is. Like, you don't have to have all the answers. I mean, it's great to have answers, but you don't have to have all of the answers. Do you know what I mean? So if you don't have all the answers, but you still feel good and life is still moving for you, like don't allow yourself to get caught up in that, because I don't think that that's a good vibe for you. Lastly, okay, so you've been married since 92. Lovely. We've got the King of Wands showing up here as the outcome card. So if this represents a person, that just means that your bond is strong. This person, this energy is charismatic. They're a great communicator, right? They are ambitious and motivational and inspirational. Use the energy if this is from your partner, or if this is from just like a vibration. Use that energy, right? To remind yourself of the blessings that you have the magic, right? That you are a success story, and that you have that solid and secure foundation. You have everything that you need, right? On the bottom of the deck, you've got the Lover's card. And just like in the picture, it is two becoming one, right? It's about that connection and that partnership. And I feel quite strongly with the Love card and the Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands and the Lover's card. I feel really strongly that the bond that you have with either your partner or the people that you care about, people that you're connected to at your heart, those relationships, those people are going to be the people that you sort of get inspiration from over the next few days. They will help you realize, recognize, and see in yourself, who you are and what you bring to the table. I feel like there's a really important lesson that you're supposed to learn this week, or that may be revealed that you've already learned and you just haven't quite caught up to it yet, because that happens to us sometimes, right? learn from life. Below that, you've got the Page of Wands underneath the deck. This is about being optimistic, being enthusiastic, being creative, and being inspired. And I sort of feel like this reading is saying to you that you have everything that you need, so don't look for something, you know what I mean? Like, don't look for something else. Everything that you have, everything that you need in front of you, if that makes sense. So that's what I got for you, Hypnicity. And I think that's a lovely vibe for the week. I'm praying for justice on a global scale. Aren't we all, my friend? It is cray-cray out there. And you overthink. Yep. I'm on the hamster wheel myself, my friend. But I thank you for asking the question, and I thank you for being here, and I wish you many blessings. I hope you have a great week. Miss Linda says, my new mantra for the current issues is let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. It's from the song with the same name. Absolutely. I love that. Hypnicity says she's been singing that to the top of her lungs all week. I love it. All right, Mama Two Dogs. Here we go. Mom of Two Dogs. You're very welcome, Hypnicity. I appreciate you asking the question, my friend. Thank you for waiting so patiently, Mama Two Dogs. Appreciate you. Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right. I am going to ask for a couple of clarifiers here. I'm going to show you your cards first before I ask for the clarifiers. So the first card that we have is the Two of Wands. So making plans, right? Making plans, partnering up with somebody, like really at the beginning stages, sort of like daydreaming. Oh, I can't wait to go on like, fantasy vacation, and, you're checking all out cruises and like resorts, but in your mind, you're like that's like 5 years from now. It's that kind of energy, right? But it's very positive. Next to that, we've got the Seven of Swords. Now, a lot of people say that this is like, that's a bad card. It can be. It can mean, deceit or betrayal. It can mean, sort of like watch your back or a need to be cautious in terms of people, like people talking about you or something like that. There's also an element to the Seven of Swords that, you have had things happen to you that has made you sort of paranoid. And not that it's unjust. Not that it's unjust. Maybe you've done something and you feel guilty about it. And so you have a tendency to sort of be like a little, you know what I mean? Like, mind your space, back up, don't get too close to me. Following that, we have the Moon card. So the moon card is either giving you something that you need to see, showing you something that you think is there and it's like, no, it's not, or showing you something that you didn't know was there that you need to know about. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Two of Swords. So crossroads, decision, sometimes procrastination. You're traveling for work next week and meeting new people and going over some training. Awesome. So I'm going to pull a clarifier or two, whatever Spirit wants to give me, on this Seven of Swords and on this Moon card, because I don't like ending a reading like that. Can you clarify the Seven of Swords, please, Spirit? Why is the Seven of Swords showing up for Mom of Two Dogs? Why is the Seven of Swords here, please, Spirit? Clarify the Seven of Swords for me. Interesting. So you've got the Two of Wands coming out again and the King of Cups. There is a water sign that you may work with, or that you may be, you may be put into like a group thing, you know what I mean? Like do a little group training thing. Just don't be disclosing your whole life. Don't be like, hi, my name's Mom of Two Dogs and here's my life story. Not saying that you would do that. I'm just, you know what I mean? Just keep your eyes open where that person is concerned. If they're new people, right? All right, Spirit, clarify the Moon card for me, please. Why is this Moon card showing up here? Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so I think after clarifying that, so under the Seven of Swords, you've got the King of Cups and the Two of Wands. So it's like someone is going to see who you are, the skills that you have, the talent that you have at this little seminar training thing that you're going to, and maybe like, like think back like to high school and be like, like I had to do all the work even though I was in a group. It's that kind of vibe. Nothing like, oh my God, it just feels like that. So just make sure that if you're in a group, you're not giving all of your talents away, that you're literally working as a group. Under the Moon card, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So I think the Moon card is showing up because the Seven of Swords showed up, and the Moon card is showing you that you have enough. You are enough. You know exactly what to do. You're excellent at multitasking, right? You're sort of like that hardworking parent, that natural sort of born healer. You have quite a spiritual side to you. Tap into that. And what's interesting is that I have this card here, this oracle card called Just Ask. It says, there are many here in the spirit world that can assist you at this time. We are made up of the divine source, your loved ones, friends, guides, and angels who are waiting to assist you. We are your spiritual team, and all you have to do is ask for our help and guidance. So this is like a two-parter, right? This is like knowing that you have that guidance and protection, and then being open to the guidance and the protection, right? In terms of just allowing them, like literally, you just say, okay, you know what? I'm going on this trip. Cast a white light bubble of protection around me, please, to keep me safe and out of harm's way while I'm traveling and while I'm at this location, right? Because this is for my job and this is important. If you need to show me something, Spirit, show it to me. Show it to me in my dreams. Show me a sign. You know, pay attention to synchronicities, songs on the radio, like that kind of thing, right? Sometimes when we just feel that, when we really adopt that sort of thinking, we feel better. You know what I mean? Because we feel that we are protected. Does that make sense? So that's what I've got for you. So I think that the training is going to be good for you. I think that you're going to enjoy yourself. I think you're going to learn a lot. And I don't think that you have anything to worry about. Just be aware of your the people in your group, of your surroundings, I want to say, right? And I thank you very much. I wish you the best of luck on your training seminar. And I thank you for being here and for asking the question. I can try to fit you in, Jess, if I can. Love, let me just see who else we have. So we have quite a few here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I hurry up, we can do this. All right, Linda. Hi, Rossi. All right, let's use these guys here. I haven't used these before. Oh, thanks, Jess. I appreciate you. All right. Miss Linda. What does Linda need to know for this week? Coming up on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, I will be back talking about finding your joy. For anyone that is interested, we'll be having a chat and we will be doing some readings about that. So I do hope that you can tune in. And if anyone is interested, when I'm done here, I'm going to my other channel, which is Dozen Cats Chats, and where we'll be talking about negative thinking and all that implies. You know, are you sabotaging yourself? Do you tend to think negatively when things get difficult or decisions need to be made? All of those kinds of things. So beautiful. Okay, Linda, you have such good cards here. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. Luck, karma, change, forward motion, forward movement, right? We've learned the lessons. We've implemented the lessons. We're making strides and progress, and things are starting to shift. Things are starting to move. You are at the end of this Ten of Swords, this difficult period that you have gone through. You are ready to let that go and release that and move forward. You have the Strength card showing up to remind you that you have that personal strength, that bravery, that inner compass that always seems to sort of be there to be your North Star, right? To be there to be your guide. On the bottom of the deck, you've got the 10 of Pentacles, okay? Security. safety. It's the feeling of abundance and prosperity, right? It's your home, your solid foundation. I don't know what you've been doing, my friend, but it's beautiful. We have progress, and you know what? The writing on this deck is so small. Prayers and wishes is what this card is. Prayers and wishes. So I feel very strongly that any prayers that you've been saying, any releasing that you are doing, it has been heard, it has been acknowledged. I don't want to say like it's working, but like it's working, because I don't know another word that I want to use instead of that. But it's like you've been heard. They're with you, they're watching you, they're guiding you. And just so you know, underneath that's 10 of Pentacles, the solid foundation. You've got the 6 of Wands, success, recognition, victory, it's like self-esteem and just like, oh, I feel so amazing. Like I just feel fantastic. It's that kind of vibe. These are excellent, excellent cards. Now, I know you said that you were feeling some sort of way. Release whatever you can, or just release any negativity. Invite the joy in and do anything that you can this week to perpetuate more joy, right? To bring more joy towards you. And sort of along the same lines, when you do the release, right? What do we say? We say we release the negativity, we invite the joy in, and we're leaving, I've done my part now, so the rest is up to the universe. But don't walk away from that. The rest is up to the universe going, and I'm not saying that you would, I'm just saying we don't walk away from that saying like, oh my God, I wonder what's going to happen. I'm going to have to lock myself in the house because now I don't know what. No, we walk away and go like, wow, like I feel amazing. It's that kind of thing, right? That kind of vibe is what I'm getting for you. I love that. I thank you kindly for being here and for asking that question, because I've known you for a very long time, and I know you went through a horrible loss with your sister, and I can't imagine like that. I can't even imagine. It makes me tear up just thinking about it. You are so loving and you are so kind, and you are so supportive to so many people in this community. I happen to be a recipient of some of your love and support, and I am so grateful. I am thrilled when I can give that kind of reading to you, because I look at that and I'm like, oh my God, you're going to have like the best week ever. Like it's just going to be fabulous, and your whole mood is going to shift. And that makes me really, really happy for you. All right, Miss Debbie is up next. Aw. Yes, I feel like I know that about you, that you would be hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Please don't be hard on yourself. All right, my friends, Miss Debbie is up next. She would like a reading, and she has lots of planet orange purple ring, planet orange purple ring. I'm just kidding. Okay, here we go. What are we going to use for Miss Debbie? We are going to use these guys here. I like that, Jess. Oh, pick me. I've been really trying hard to work on my way of thinking. Listen, friends, it is something else out there. You know what I mean? It is so hard. It is so hard to keep positive, to stay positive, and not to get, sort of like I don't want to say triggered, because that might be, just like a step too much. But then some people could be triggered by it. But there's so much. There's just so much from no matter, like, everywhere. And I don't know about you guys. I'm just putting this out to you. In my opinion, when things get like this, like in the world, right? When I feel like no matter what I do or where I go, I'm gonna like run into something that is gonna like make me feel something that I don't want to deal with, that I don't want to think about. Like, it's just like, nasty, nasty, sad, 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 nasty, 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 sad, 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 right? I feel like in moments like this that it is my responsibility to myself to do everything in my power, everything that I can, to inject my own joy, my own happiness into my, little box. Because that's the only way I can ward that stuff off. That's the only way that I will be able to get through it. So in some weird way, I sort of take a moment like this and I don't get overwhelmed. I'm like, yep, got it. Not a problem. Like, I sort of like steel myself and go, absolutely not. You're not going to get me down. Like, there's no way. I don't know how I do it. I don't know why I do it. It's just who I am. It's what I've always done. Try that. Positive affirmations are a great thing. Start your day off with a positive affirmation or a saying. Pick a quote for the week or a quote for the day. And every time you're feeling down, say it to yourself. Don't allow the outside to wreck you, to tear you down, to upset you, to hurt you, to make you feel any kind of way. Don't do that to yourself, because you can't be of service to others. You can't shine your light for others when you are like that. You can't connect to spirit as well. I mean, you can connect to spirit, but just not as well as you can if you're not feeling that, right? Yes, absolutely. Extra self-love is required. Man, we got a theme going on here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and I am here for it, spirit. We have the Six of Wands showing up yet again. It's all about success and victory and I'm here for it. And this is awesome. Like, awesome. Awesome. Okay. Now, what oracle card are we going to pull for you? No. Spellcaster. Okay. We start out with the Six of Wands. Okay, the Six of Wands is about success and victory and, self-esteem and recognition. Boosting yourself up. Next to that is the Justice card. I don't feel like this is the legal thing. I feel like this is more about standing in your truth. In a way where you're like, like I've just about had enough of that, if that makes sense. Okay, you've got the 8 of cups next to that. This is walking away from something that no longer serves you. You are ready to move on. You're looking for something that you're not getting from whatever it is that you're doing now, right? You're whether it's a person, a home, a job, or maybe you want to change supermarkets because they change it. Like, it doesn't have to be a big thing, but you're just ready, right? And when you're walking away from it, it's not negative, because what you're doing is you're here is a lesson on how to look at something positive that seems negative. You are looking at the road ahead, right? You are searching for your empowerment. That is positive. To say that I'm walking away from something because it doesn't suit me seems a little negative, right? Where has the potential where I could like mess myself up if I really wanted to, thinking about like, who do I think I am walking away from something like that? I need to stay. I've got responsibilities, blah, 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 yada, yada. You know the story. But when we look at it in terms of like, I am searching for my empowerment. I want to find the thing that's going to make me smile, right? Grin from ear to ear. And I deserve that. You have the 3 of Pentacles showing up in like your challenge position, because there's like 3 cards that fell out here. So this is collaboration. This is, this is the 3 of Swords. I apologize, not 3 of Pentacles. This is heartbreak. Okay, it's sadness, it's loss. But because it's showing up in the challenge position, it is saying to you that you have an opportunity here, right? You have an opportunity to process that loss, that heartbreak, that heartache. You have an opportunity to start to heal it. Okay, and if you can start to heal it, we have the 8 of Swords. If we can start to heal the heartbreak, or feeling that we are locked in or trapped or not being appreciated or not being seen, like we're hiding behind a mask, or our confidence is like really, really low, that is going to repair that, right? Because you will feel more whole overall, if that makes sense. On the bottom of the deck, you've got the 4 of Wands. I feel for you in this reading that this is about support. This is like the people that you know that got your back, the people that lift you up, that bring you joy. Not where you it. These are like new people or newer people. This isn't like whatever wasn't doing for you what you needed it to do. You have found other people that seem more attractive to you because they appreciate you for who you are, as opposed to like an older crowd. And I hope that makes sense. I do want to mention that underneath that, you've got the Ego card. In this deck, it's called the Ego card. This is the Devil card, okay? This is breaking, toxic behaviors. This is breaking like negative behavioral patterns. It's sort of like allowing yourself to like break free, break those chains that don't that have you sort of like repeating the same thing over and over and over again, right? And I think that you're doing that with this 8 of Cups. So the Oracle card that I pulled for you is forgiveness. It's easy for me to say, It's easy for anyone to say the word. But you've got this Three of Swords, the heartbreak. You've got this, Eight of Swords and the sort of, feeling trapped and feeling like stuck and small. You've got this Eight of Cups where like it's just not doing it for you. And if you can break those chains, break free of that, just look at that card and look at how pretty it is, right? The sunshine, the birds, the water, all that magnificent light. Something that someone told me a long time ago made the biggest difference in my life. And I don't know why it came at the time that it did or why it came from the person that it came from, but it was exactly what I needed to hear at the right moment. And that was that the burden that I had taken upon myself, right? That I chose to be upset by a situation, by people. I allowed that to fester and grow in me and literally stop my life from working as I once knew it. It wasn't mine to carry. It wasn't my responsibility. It had nothing to do with me. So I'm not saying that that is your scenario. What I'm saying is the concept of if I did something wrong, I said I was sorry, I paid my dues, I've moved on. If it was a situation and I was just involved in it, Bob told Sally she was horrible and I was like, wow, that's an awful thing to do, Bob, how could you? And well, maybe Sally deserved it. The point that I'm trying to make is that's not your burden to carry. That's between Bob and Sally. You deserve to get your power back. And the only way that you're going to get your power back is by having that feeling of forgiveness, allowing yourself to be free. So you're forgiving yourself for holding on to that negative energy. Let it go and get your power back. Opportunity to heal. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. Yes, walking away from some family matters and moving on from it. I send you many blessings, Debbie, because it's not easy to do, my friend. And you have our love and our blessings and our support. I hope that it works out for you. I have no reason to think that it's not. You have pretty good cards there that say that you are working through this process, and I'm really proud of you. For doing what you're doing, because it's not easy, my friend. All right, we move now to Miss Jessica Lynn. Then we have Liz, and then Jess. Jess. In case I didn't say that right. Okay, I need a smoke. Sorry. Hour and 20 minutes in. Look at me go. Woohoo! Take a drink of my drink that I had like 4 ice cubes in when I got here, and my ice cubes are pretty much non-existent now, so it's just a bunch of water sitting on top of it, which is gross. All right, here we go. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Oh, thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you, my friend. You guys know that I do private readings. If anyone wants to book a private reading, all you need to do is just send me an email. Let me know. I do it by the cost of a donation, so whatever you can afford. And yes, you can record it and keep it forever and ever and ever. Oh, I forgot to make my announcement. Okay, watch the community tab, you guys, because I don't know the date right now off the top of my head, and I don't want to say anything until I have a date. But just keep your eyes open for an announcement. A good one. Got a card flip over inside the deck. Do you guys realize that in next Tuesday, I believe, is November the 7th. And next Tuesday would be my mother's 81st birthday. And next Tuesday is my 2-year channel anniversary. That's crazy. 2 years. Okay. Thank you, Linda. Linda, did I ever tell you guys I used to be a cheerleader? So that's funny that you said that. All right, we start out with the Ace of Wands. Creativity, Jessica. I'm not sure if you like doing things in a creative way, or if you feel especially creative, but I feel like I don't know, like all of a sudden, like, oh, I want to try this or something like that, or something that you used to do that you want to pick up again, and it just sort of like came into your mind, right? There's something there. I don't know what it is. Next to that, we've got the Five of Swords. I say that the Five of Swords is like, the thing that you're trying really hard not to pay attention to. So, for example, I've got a list of things to do, right? There's one thing on that list that I don't want to deal with. I don't want to do it. And I've done all of the other things on the list, hoping that that would make me feel like some sense of accomplishment because I went through the list. But that one last thing that I need to do, I'm not really into it. And because I didn't do it, that thing just drives me crazy. Like it keeps popping into my mind, and I keep procrastinating and putting it over there. And it's just constantly going, hey, hello, pay attention. Don't forget about me. That's what this Five of Swords energy is like. Something that just will not let go of you. Your outcome card is the Ten of Pentacles, which is, your solid foundation, your security, your safety, your family. On the bottom of the deck, you've got sorry, I don't know why I'm getting two cards here. You've got the Justice card. So I feel like something was maybe bothering you. Something was like sort of like nitpicky bothering you. I feel like it might have to do with your family or something at home. But I don't feel like it's like a problem per se. I feel like you feel like you're okay. This Justice card tells me that you are Like you're dealing with it, you're working on it, you're putting it back into perspective, if that makes sense, right? Yeah, no, I know. I changed the time, honey. Sorry, I should have told you that. Thanks, Jessica. Or sorry, thank you, Denise. And no worry, Jess, you're fine, love. Thank you, everyone, for the congratulations. I'm just sort of focusing here on, or trying to focus on Jessica's comment. Yes, there are mental patterns that I am working to let go of. Okay. So the oracle card that I pulled for you, look at how awesome that is. We've got intuitive nudges. Okay, so this is interesting. Intuition is the language of the soul. I love that. We are all born aware with a profound sense of inner knowing. Intuition is one of the greatest gifts we possess, which keeps us connected to our higher selves, the universe, and our divine spirit. So this requires like more in-depth reading, kind of, I think, Jessica. But what I'm going to say to you is this, based on what you just wrote there, okay, based on that 5 of Swords, and then we have the Justice card, and we have this intuitive nudges. Two things come to mind. The first thing is that many, a psychic, many, a medium, many intuitive people think that the signs, the nudges, the niggles, whatever word you want to call it, the downloads, the hits, they think that, that they're crazy. Like they have anxiety, they are stressed, they have, whatever you want to put on it. A lot of times it gets missed that that's what it is. And then there's the whole processing of that. Like, how do I explain it? How do I tell people that I do that? How do I, are people going to think I'm crazy? Are people going to like agree with me? Are they going to think that I've lost my mind? You know what I mean? That's the first thing I'm going to say. And I kind of get that vibe here. And the second thing that I'm getting from that is this. It's like up here in your third eye, like your intuition, your gut instinct, you know what's right, you know what's wrong, you know what's good for you, you know what's not, you know what works and what doesn't. You know the right answer, there's no procrastination. You get the hits, you know it, but you don't trust it. And so then you like second guess it and wonder like, well, I don't know if my intuition is right. So I don't know if that's right or not, but that could be it as well. And I just want to bring you back to this, right? This is about standing in your truth, and this is about sort of like realigning your scales, keeping things in a good sort of balanced way, right? It's about believing in yourself. Yeah. Okay. And I'm just gonna say this, and we do have to like move this along, and I'm not trying to rush it. I have to trust that what I am telling you is going to make sense to you. And what Spirit gave me with these cards makes sense to you. You know, and you know. Give yourself some little tests to help encourage yourself in using your intuition. For example, like watch a show and pull a card, or test out a theory. Oh well, I think that person's going to do this, and see if you're right. You don't have to tell anybody. You don't have to tell anybody at all. Here's the thing. There is no basic about trusting ourselves. It is one of the hardest things to do, right? One of the hardest things to do, especially if we're working through stuff, especially if we've been hurt, if we have had a rough past, a tough situation. It's hard to have trust. But having trust in yourself is about having faith and believing in you. Right? Sometimes it's harder to trust yourself than it is to trust others. And sometimes it's the opposite. I trust me, but I don't trust other people, right? Spirit, your guides, your angels, your passed over loved ones, your ancestors, they're not going to lead you down the garden path. Bob and Sally might, but Spirit's not going to do that to you. Spirit's never going to do that to you. So ask Spirit for help. That's what I'm going to say to you. So one day when you're sitting there by yourself, if you're outside, you're taking a walk, just say, okay, Spirit, could you help me learn how to trust my intuition more today than I did yesterday? I will wait for, show me a sign. I'll wait for it. And when the sign comes, accept it. So do you see 222 or 555 on the clock often, or, in other forms? If you do, pay attention to the thought that you had just before you seen those numbers. If you hear a song on the radio, what were you thinking just before that song came on? It's a way of sort of telling yourself that, okay, see, that connection is real. They're totally paying attention to me. And if you can start to learn that they are with you, that they are protecting you, that they are totally tuned into you, that is a great way to sort of help to build the trust as well. You say angel numbers all the time? Excellent. So let's just say that you go to the clock and you see that it's 11:11, right? Don't just go, oh, it's 11:11. That's great. That's so awesome. Stop and think, what was I just thinking before I looked at and I saw that it was 11:11? Because that is a confirmation to you that whatever you were thinking is probably a great thing for you to do, or that you're on the right path or something of that nature. All right. Miss Liz says, had a long conversation with my son last night. Will it produce any change or helping me in any way? Thanks, was originally all in caps. Okay, let's see what we got for you here. All right, and then we will do Jess, and then I got to run. Myself and the cats and Rosie are looking forward to hanging out for a couple of days by ourselves. Rosie is going to lose her mind. Absolutely, she's going to lose her marbles. Oops, I just used those. Use that back. She is a daddy's girl through and through. That's why I'm not coming on Monday or Tuesday. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, Liz, here we go, my friend. We start out with this oracle card here. It's a beautiful card of rebirth and reinvention. Not rejuvenation, but reinvention. Meaning that you have come through whatever you have been through, and you have learned the lessons along the way, and you are ready to implement them to, sort of put a new foot forward, right? Like, I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. It's that kind of vibe I'm picking up. You start out with the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Fire. Stress, being overworked, overburdened, just like, oh my God, I cannot do anymore. Like, I can't take on anymore, right? We've got the 8 of Wands next to that. Things happening really fast, like just things coming at you from all over the place. There's just too much going on, okay? And I want you to know, like, all of these cards fell out at the same time. 2 came out together, and then 3 more flipped out. So those 2 cards came out together, and these 3 cards came out, okay? We've got the Dreamer. So in this deck, it's called the Dreamer. In the traditional tarot, this is the Fool card. This is new starts, new beginnings, new adventures, new possibilities. This is about trusting yourself, right? And sort of asking yourself to, no matter even if, like, oh, I'm not sure about that, that you're just going to be like, you know what? I got to do this. I'm going to do it. Right? In your challenge position, you have got the Star card. Okay? Star card is about having faith. It's about having patience. It's about believing. It is about dreams coming true and positive changes. Bringing a new sort of vibration or a new sort of feeling, a new situation towards you, which is a signal of, like, tough times are behind me, right? It's about an attitude, right? It really is embracing that whole thing that we've been just talking about, right? That faith and that trust that all is going to be as I need it to be, right? And if we can adopt that kind of vibe, if we can just say, like, I'm not going to accept anything else. That's kind of your challenge, right? You've got the 10 of Cups as your outcome. This is the happy family card, as you can see depicted in the picture. The family with the rainbow. It is emotional contentment. It is joy. It is blessings. It is love. Bringing that unit, feeling that the wholeness of that unit, that completeness of that family unit, right? We've got the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck, Queen of Fire. She is brilliant. She's amazing. She is awesome. She is talented. She is independent. And I sort of feel like you're the mom, Queen of Wands. Like, you're the matriarch of the family. You belong on your throne. Sit on your throne and do what you do best, right? Be that loving, compassionate, brilliant energy for all the people around you, right? Like, don't not do that. You've done everything that you can do in this situation. Now you need to own it, right? It's, in other words, it's like this. If I sat here and just told you guys, well, this is what I think you should do about this, and this is what I think you should do about that, in terms of when we have like our wellness talks, right? If I just told you what to do, but I didn't do any of that stuff myself, then I wouldn't be sitting in my Queen of Wands moment. But if I say it and I practice what I preach, then I'm in my Queen of Wands vibe. So I think that everything is going to be okay. I think that you are going to be in a position to make it more okay for yourself, and that is by having faith in yourself and in your son and in this situation, right? You had two major arcanas and the happy family card. Actually, yeah, two major arcanas and the happy family card. It doesn't get much better than that, than a family that feels love and joy and things coming together in a really beautiful way. So that's what I got for you, my friend. And I appreciate you being here, and I wish you many blessings. I hope that all works out for you. Our last question is from Jess. And Jess just slid in here. May I have a message from my spirit guides for what's ahead for me for the rest of the week? If there's time, please and thank you. So polite. All right, let's go with this guy here. Yeah, 2 years. I can't believe it. I can't believe that I've had this channel for 2 years, and I just never in my wildest imagination. Blows me away. So thank you. Aw, thanks. Thanks, Justin. Thank you, Liz. Blessings to you guys. All right. Let's go with these guys here. Whoops. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. I'm not trying to be dramatic. Sorry. Jess, we have some interesting cards here left, so I'm just going to clarify a couple. They're not bad cards, necessarily speaking. I just want to know everything I can know before I give you a reading, that's all. All right, can you clarify? What is the Tower of Wands here for Jess? Clarify the Tower of Wands, please. Spirit, what is the Tower of Wands here? Knight of Cups, okay. Clarify the Ten of Swords, please. Okay. All right. So, We start out with the Justice card. Standing in your truth. Karma. Trying to bring that feeling of harmony back to your life, right? By sort of leveling out your scales. This could be like a legal thing. Like, I'm not saying that you've been in trouble or anything like that. That, like, this is energy coming in from the past. So I guess I'm sort of like, there could have been something that happened that this is the result of, and that your wish, that your goal was just to get your life back together again, right? Because you were feeling your scales were feeling a bit like this, and you just want to bring them back like this. You've got the 10 of Wands, and you've got the 10 of Swords. So whatever this Justice card is referencing from your past, man, love, you felt this. Like, you felt this hard. I don't know that you're necessarily still feeling it as you once were, but I think that anything like this has remnants, that sort of like linger. The good news about these 10s, though, remember, friends, that 10s are the opportunity to finish something and start new. So the opportunity presents itself that we can move past it, move through it, right? Now, I want to say I did clarify the 10 of Wands just to make sure that I was like being able to give you whatever I needed to give you. And we've got the Knight of Cups. So I'm not sure if this was about like a relationship, if that's what we're getting here. The Knight of Cups is well, that's the vibe that I've got. It's either about a relationship or lack of balance in a relationship. Okay. The 10 of Swords, when I clarified it, I've got the 4 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. So the 4 of Cups is like bored, I'm stuck, just like nothing's doing anything for me. It's like, I say this analogy all the time. I'm standing in front of the fridge, I'm hungry, but I have no idea what I want. Nothing is appetizing, nothing is speaking to me, and I'm just like standing there getting cold from the fridge, right? And then the 4 of Swords is about meditation, recuperation, and contemplation, right? So basically what that is I don't know why I feel the way that I do. I'm trying to sort it out. Like, I am doing everything I can, but like, I just can't let this go. Okay, got the Page of Swords. I think that I don't know if you took therapy or you did some research, you got some books, like you did all of the work that you could do to learn what you needed to learn, to pick yourself up, to dust yourself off, and to like get on with it, right? You've got the Knight of Swords next to that, which would be sort of like in your challenge position. And the Knight of Swords, I love this because it is like I'm going after it. I am being strategic, and I am being resourceful, and like nothing's gonna get in my way. Like, no one is ever going to take my dream away from me again. Like, that's it. I'm on it. Okay. Well, here we go. So that I'm glad that you said that, Jess, because that makes sense why I've got this card. Okay. So we've got the 5 of Cups here. And this is like your outcome card for this week. Okay. The 5 of Cups is about, they often say it's like the crying over spilt milk card. I don't think that that necessarily applies in your situation, but I think that it's more like there's 3 cups on the ground and there's 2 cups upright. And the idea is, don't focus on the 3 that are on the ground. Focus on the 2 that are upright. When you have been hurt, when you have been like tossed around a little bit, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying like abused, but I just mean like your life in general has been very like all over the place, right? Like you're always like lots of balls in the air, lots of chaos going on. The least little thing sometimes can set you off that you are not even aware of. It's not like being triggered. It's just like, I literally can't take another thing. Like, just stop. And it could be something as simple as like, you know, someone let a firecracker off in your neighborhood and you just like cower to the floor and in a heap because of all of the other stuff that you're holding on to, right? Because of all the other stuff that you're trying to process and deal with. So it's really, 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 really important that you continue to adopt this take no prisoners attitude about, I am just going to do it. I am like going to get the job done no matter what, no matter how. I am in it to win it. I am committed to myself. Okay. So that you don't give yourself the opportunity to see the 3 cups on the ground in the situation, right? So this energy is going to help offset and repair this energy, if that makes sense. On the bottom of the deck, you've got the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Now, this is a card of investment, assessment, and patience. So I have invested everything I have into my garden that I have planted, that I have worked on over the years of nurturing it and loving it and talking to it and fertilizing it and out there dusting it off and, you know, making sure that the soil is right and the climate is right and the light is right and all of the stuff. And now it's time for harvest. And now I'm like sitting there chewing my fingernails going, oh my God, is it gonna like give me all of the fruit, or am I gonna get like one? So I step back and I look at it and I just kind of like, I'm not so sure. You know what? That's where the patience comes in, because that can put you on the crazy train, right? Where you're like, is it, isn't it, should it, shouldn't it, what if this and what if that, and what if I try this and what? Don't do that. Don't do that. Step back and look at this. Same kind of vibe as the 5 of Cups, right? In terms of step back and look at it and go, I did that. And there's no other option other than it's going to be awesome. Do you know what I mean? Now I want to show you your oracle card, because this is beautiful. It's the first card that I pulled before all of these other cards. Look at what I got. Look at that. Look at it. Look at how beautiful that is. All that beautiful gold light and prosperity. Now, I'm just going to go out on a limb where you may think that I've lost my mind, but this Pentacles card, this 7 of Pentacles, right? The investment and the assessment. Your life now is that, right? Because you have absolutely everything that you need. You are abundant in love, in security, in blessings, right? You have totally got your karma, right? You have totally stood in your power, and you have totally brought your scales back into alignment. So this whole week is going to be a lesson in you recognizing, realizing, appreciating, and really believing in all that I have is exactly what I need, and anything else doesn't matter. I am good where I'm at. I hope that that makes sense. Thank you, honey. So with that, my lovely, lovely, lovely friends, I have to go. Because my other show literally starts in 2 minutes. Live in gratitude every day. Gratitude towards yourself, my darling. Gratitude towards yourself. You are very welcome, my friend. I thank you all for being here. I thank you all for allowing me to read for you. I thank you all for being here and for doing all those YouTube things and supporting me and supporting the channel, supporting each other. I just love hanging out with you guys, and I thank you so very much for hanging out with me tonight. Now, if you want to join me on the other channel, it's Dozen Cats Chat. I will be there in a few minutes, where we're talking about negativity and some tips and tricks and how we can, not get on that train, or how to get off that train if we're on it. Okay? So from me to you guys, have a great night. Have a good week, and I will see you, when am I back next? Wednesday night, 8 p.m. for Finding Our Joy. Okay? Many blessings. Bye, everybody.